So what is the difference between a front-wheel drive, a mid-wheel drive, and a rear-wheel drive system in a power wheelchair? Today I'm going to explain. My name is Jenna Raheb, and I'm a physical therapist who specializes in wheelchairs and adaptive equipment. So if you're getting a wheelchair, or if you have a power wheelchair and you're getting a new one, something you should definitely talk to your physical therapist and ATP about are the 3 different drive systems and the pros and cons of each for you and which one is best for you. I also recommend physically getting in different chairs and trialing the different drive systems if you haven't already. So the way you can tell the drive system just by looking at the chair is by looking at where the big wheel is. So as you can see right now, right there on the side, you can see three wheels, and one is significantly larger than the rest. So this is a mid-wheel drive chair. If this big wheel was in the front, it would be front-wheel drive. If it was in the back, it would be a rear-wheel drive chair. So one isn't better than the other in general. They're all good drive systems. It just depends on what you need and what is important for your life and what you are navigating over. So you want to think about things like, what is your home setup like? How frequently are you driving indoors on flat ground versus outdoors on more uneven ground? And these are the things that you should be those are the things that you should be bringing up to your physical therapist and your ATP as you're having this conversation. So for one thing, for a mid-wheel drive chair, or really for all the drive systems, when the chair turns, that pivot point is where the big wheel is. So in this chair, if I turn, that pivot point is that middle wheel, okay? So some of the chair is in front of me turning, some of it's behind me turning, but the middle is the pivot point. Of all the 3 drive systems, mid-wheel drive has the tightest turning radius. So if you are in one spot and you are literally just turning in a circle like this, then mid-wheel drive takes up the least amount of area. Now, for a front-wheel drive chair, for that one, now the pivot point is in the front of the chair. So as you're turning, more of the chair is behind you when you're turning. And even though it does have a bigger turning radius, it has a better turning aspect. And what that is the ability to be able to navigate around, to basically be able to turn 90 degrees. So take 90 degrees, be able to navigate very, very tightly around, say, a couch or a table. And then for a rear wheel drive chair, that pivot point is in the back of the chair. So as you're turning, more of the chair is in front of you. And that chair, so definitely has a bigger turning radius than a mid-wheel drive chair. It also does take the widest turns when, in comparison to all 3 chairs, whenever you're taking a 90 degree turn from left to right. Another pro of a front-wheel drive chair would be it does do better if you are navigating a lot of uneven ground. Rear-wheel drive, when it comes to uneven ground, usually does not do as well. Another thing to think about too is just in general the feel. As you are driving them and moving them, they do have a slightly different feel. So it could be a scenario, right, that you just trial different chairs and one drive system just feels better to you. So that's why it's also important to trial it. I do recommend taking the time to be able to trial them in different opportunities. Trial them in your house if you can. In some houses, just the way that they're set up, some people do need that mid-wheel drive chair so they have the smallest turning radius, but some people do need the chair that is the best at navigating those 90-degree turns. You shouldn't be by yourself in making this decision. Like I said, this is a conversation to have with your therapist and ATP, and a decision that shouldn't be rushed because it's an important one. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like this video and please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions about wheelchairs, please put them in the comments. Thank you.